Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. This time we're digging into the Secrets of Successful Authors, guide by Mohlala Media Publications.
Lots to uncover here.
So much, yeah. This guide was sent in by one of our listeners. They're really grappling with this idea,
Hmm.
how to write a book that basically, sells itself. And
That's the dream, right?
that's the dream for all of us. So let's see if this guide, can give us a little roadmap to get there.
I love that. A roadmap. And right off the bat, it emphasizes the importance of starting with a really strong, a winning idea.
Okay, yeah. The winning idea.
Yeah.
That's the foundation.
Yeah. Which sounds obvious, but
Yeah.
it's more than just, having a good idea. It's about finding that sweet spot in the market, that need that isn't being met, or a fresh take on something that's already out there.
Mhm.
Like the guide even suggests spending some time on Amazon, looking at the bestsellers.
Oh, interesting.
Not to copy, but to analyze. They hear
Right.
that you're writing a thriller, right?
No.
Are all the top sellers like heart-pounding action? Or is there space for something, slower paced, more psychological? It's about spotting those opportunities.
I like that. Spotting opportunities, not just following trends.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've got that winning idea. Then the guide kind of takes us deeper
Yeah.
into this idea of creating a reader persona.
Have you ever done that?
I've tried, I've dabbled, but this guide really emphasizes going deep
Yeah.
beyond, just the basic demographics like age or location. It's about understanding their values, their
Mhm.
beliefs, even their aspirations. They even use this term psychographics.
It's all about connecting, right?
Yeah.
Connecting with your audience on that emotional level. What are they looking for? What are their motivations?
Yeah.
And, the guide argues that if you can nail that connection,
Mm-hmm.
those readers become your biggest champions.
Oh, interesting.
They'll spread the word and, leave those glowing reviews we all hope for.
It's like building a community before the book even launches. So we've got the idea. We understand our reader. Now let's talk about the actual writing. The guide, highlights the importance of structure, both for fiction and nonfiction.
The structure is key.
Hooking the reader early, creating a satisfying experience. It all circles back to that reader psychology.
Totally. And I think if we zoom out a bit, it's about meeting reader expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
While also offering those delightful surprises. Structure's not just about organization, it's about crafting that emotional journey.
Okay, and here's where I think things get really visually exciting.
Oh, yeah.
The cover. We all say don't judge a book by its cover.
But we totally do. Come on, in today's market, especially online, a compelling cover is everything. Think about it. You're browsing, you're bombarded with choices. That cover needs to grab your attention instantly.
It does, yeah. And then, of course, we've got the title and subtitle.
So important.
The guide uses Atomic Habits as an example, which, that title, it tells you exactly what you're getting.
A system for building good habits.
Exactly. So it needs to convey that essence. And, in fiction, I think it's about sparking that curiosity, hinting at the genre, setting the tone.
Totally. I mean, think about some of the book titles that have really grabbed your attention, right?
Yeah.
What makes them stand out? And hey, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear what's captivating you.
Yes, we want to hear from you. Now, after that captivating cover and title get readers interested, the guide emphasizes the importance of course,
Reviews.
reviews. It even suggests building an advanced reader team to get early feedback.
Oh, that's interesting. And, it's fascinating how the guide connects this to this broader concept of social proof,
Oh.
which
right.
we see everywhere, right? We're more likely to try something if other people have had a positive experience.
Absolutely, yeah. Reviews can make or break a book, honestly. Okay, get ready for this. It's about to get a little technical.
Okay, bring it on.
Keywords
Right.
and metadata. The guide says these are super crucial for discoverability on Amazon.
Oh, absolutely. And they can sound a little intimidating, but they don't have to be.
Break it down for us.
Okay, so think of keywords as those phrases people actually type into Amazon's search bar, when they're looking for a book like yours.
Got it.
So it could be something like dystopian fiction, strong female lead,
Okay.
or self-help, productivity hacks, whatever fits your genre.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then metadata is like all the behind-the-scenes information about your book.
Oh, okay.
That helps Amazon categorize it, display it correctly. Things like your title, subtitle, description, even the categories you choose. All of that works together.
To get your book in front of the right readers.
Exactly.
So it's all about making sure your book is speaking the same language as those algorithms.
Yes.
Okay, so we've launched this amazing book. The guide then dives into post-launch marketing.
It gets real.
It does. And they suggest like a multifaceted approach, leveraging social media, building an email list, reaching out to reviewers, even considering like Amazon ads.
So many options.
So many. But before we dive into all of that, let's hear from you.
Yes.
What marketing strategies have you found most effective in your own work? What platforms or tactics really resonate with your audience? Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to know what's working for you.
Absolutely. We're all ears. It's so fascinating to hear what's working for other authors out there. Sharing those insights is how we all learn and grow. But getting back to this guide, it really stresses that launching your book, that's just the beginning.
It's not like hit publish and bam,
Yeah.
instant bestseller.
Right.
It's so much more than that. The guide really emphasizes the need for like driving long-term sales, which sounds like ongoing effort.
It is building that sustainable strategy. That's key. And the guide suggests things like offering discounts periodically, updating the content based on feedback you get from readers, maybe even exploring different formats like audiobooks, hardcovers.
So it's about keeping your book kind of fresh and relevant, meeting readers where they are. I also noticed the guide mentions creating like bundled packages.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe an ebook with like a companion workbook or a guide.
Bundling can be great.
Yeah.
Really adds value, increases sales.
Have you ever experimented with bundles?
I have. Definitely worth exploring. And the guide also highlights, building your author brand.
Yes, that's huge.
Which goes beyond just promoting this one book.
Right.
It's engaging with readers, through blog posts, social media, even maybe speaking engagements if that's your thing.
Becoming that trusted voice in your niche, someone readers want to follow and learn from.
Exactly.
It really is about playing that long game, building that loyal readership over time.
And I think that's a crucial shift, right? Moving away from like just a transactional mindset to one where you're building these genuine relationships with your readers.
That's a good point. And, this whole discussion about like long-term engagement, it makes me think of like those authors who've built these incredible platforms.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm curious, what are some author platforms that, you find particularly inspiring? And why?
Ooh, good question.
Let us know in the comments. We always love to hear which authors are resonating with our listeners.
Yes, definitely. And, getting back to the guide for a sec, it's really encouraging, I think. Knowing that creating a book that sells itself isn't about like gimmicks or overnight success.
Right.
It's really about combining strategic planning with, consistent effort.
Exactly. And even in today's digital world where marketing strategies are like constantly changing, the core principles, they remain the same. Craft a high-quality book that meets a need.
Yes.
Understand your audience deeply and build those genuine connections.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And speaking of those core principles, the guide, it dedicates a whole section to the craft of writing itself.
Oh, interesting.
It delves into elements of storytelling like plotting, character development, pacing, and really emphasizing how those contribute to that emotional journey we were talking about.
Which is everything.
Right. Like I think sometimes amidst all the like marketing talk, we forget that at the heart of it all is the story itself.
A story.
And the guide actually uses this great analogy. It compares plotting to building a house.
Oh, I like that.
You need that solid foundation, a blueprint, and then you carefully construct each room, creating a space that's both functional and, aesthetically pleasing.
I love that. And just like a well-designed house, well-crafted story, it draws readers in, it keeps them engaged, and ultimately it leaves them feeling satisfied.
Right.
And the guide really encourages authors to think about the emotional impact they want their story to have.
So it's not just about like what happens, it's how those events make the reader feel. And the guide reminds us that, readers are looking for an experience, an escape, a chance to connect with characters and emotions that resonate with their own lives.
That's so true. And that's where understanding your reader persona, that comes in.
Yeah.
By knowing your ideal readers' values, beliefs, desires, you can craft a story that truly speaks to their heart.
I think that's a great point to kind of pause and bring our listeners back into the conversation.
Yes.
So have you ever found yourself like deeply moved by a book, a story that just stayed with you long after you finished reading it?
Oh, absolutely.
What was it about that book that resonated so deeply with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear your stories.
Yes, we're all ears. Let's dive into those powerful reading experiences together. It really is amazing how a well-crafted story can have such a profound impact on us.
Yeah.
You know, those books that stay with you long after you've turned that last page, they're really something special.
They are. They become like part of our own personal narratives
I
almost,
guess so, yeah.
shaping the way we see the world.
Uh-huh.
So, as we kind of wrap up our deep dive here into the secrets of successful authors,
Hmm.
I think it's time to distill all of this advice, all this fantastic advice,
Lots to take away.
into some key takeaways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the guide really emphasizes that creating a book that resonates
Hmm.
with readers, one that practically sells itself.
Hmm.
It's not about luck. It's not about following some like magic formula.
Right.
It's about intentionality,
Mm.
strategy,
Yeah.
a deep understanding of your audience.
Really understanding those readers. Yeah.
It's about crafting a book
Yeah.
that readers connect with on an emotional level.
Yes.
A book that speaks to their hearts and their minds.
Yeah.
And then being willing to put in the work, both in the writing and the marketing.
Absolutely. And I think the guide also encourages like a mindset shift.
Okay.
You know, moving away from that just transactional approach
Mm-hmm.
to one where you're really focused on building those genuine, lasting relationships with your readers.
And that's where the guide's emphasis on community and shared knowledge comes in.
We're all in this together,
We are.
you know, and by learning from each other's experiences,
Mm-hmm.
we can all navigate this ever-evolving publishing landscape.
So true. So as you embark on your own writing journey, remember that even in a world that's dominated by digital marketing and algorithms, the core principles of storytelling, they remain timeless. It's about crafting those compelling narratives, developing characters that leap off the page, and creating an emotional experience that truly resonates with your reader.
Well said.
Well, this has been such an insightful deep dive. We've uncovered a treasure trove of valuable strategies from the Secrets of Successful Authors Guide. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired and ready to tackle my next writing project.
Me too, definitely. And it's been such a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Yes?
And with our fantastic listeners.
A huge thank you to everyone who shared their thoughts and experiences in the comments. It's been so much fun connecting with you all.
It has.
Remember, creating a book that sells itself. It's not just about marketing tactics. It's about sharing stories that matter, touching lives, and making a difference in the world.
Beautifully said.
So keep writing, keep sharing your stories, and keep those insightful comments coming. Until next time, happy writing.
Happy writing, everyone!